Hi everyone. I'm going to talk through the Friday slate today for Draftkings and Fanduel. We have a three-game slate. Um, I have some interest in this because my favorite team, Northwestern's playing tonight. I also like watching Utah a lot, and UNLV is one of the stories of the sport this year. So I think it's a good slate, even though at the moment, I don't know, is Utah might still be ranked, but it's not like there's not a top 10 team right now. Um all right, so let's let's start fresh. So for DraftKings, we're going to open it up. Uh so one thing you can do, like especially for a smaller slate, if you're trying to get through the projections quickly, you can raise the minimum fantasy point range to 6, and that should shrink the field of players to see it went down from 66 to 27, which is fine. These are like everyone I'd want anyway, so it makes it easy if you're sifting through the projections. I generally don't do a ton with randomization, but if you want to do 10%, that's fine. Um Today I think I'm fine. Let's see what the I'm not crazy about doing a global stack rule like this where you don't list the quarterback because um it could get you a non-optimal wide receiver. So that's something to watch out for. We can see what kind of lineups they'll generate. On a three gamer, I'll try to be at around a 70% global maximum. Um Today I want all the quarterbacks at least some percentage. Um, I think there's paths to every quarterback returning value, so I'm I want some of every guy. Let's see what we get here. It's interesting that I feel like the projections speak to it that Haj Malik is the best quarterback, even though DraftKings didn't price him as the best. Um, Rising's kind of a wild card, so I probably want more than if Rising's playing, I think he's gonna be around 18. I want more Levitt. Levitt's probably something I'm gonna try to be overweight on, and then let's see about who they're giving us. Haj Malik and Ricky Williams. That's fine. That's his guy. We are getting some one quarterback lineups, which I'm okay with just because Haj Malik is a great value. And I don't know. Like Tyson's interesting. It's a huge wide receiver slate. So this lineup makes sense, even though it may seem weird without the second quarterback. This is more conventional. Billy Edwards, Ty Felton, which I'm fine with. Felton's one of the best producing receivers this season. Another one with Edwards and Prather. I'm fine with that. So overall, it's giving us good lineups. I'm okay with double stacking. Sometimes, like, can two receivers really get there? But Prather's so cheap that I'm fine with it. Usually, it's like the second guy's pretty cheap like this. That makes it viable. Um, this one's interesting where it's saying that this lineup would be good if you think Felton and Prather significantly outscore Edwards. Usually in this case, you'd want Edwards here. This one I like with Levitt and Tyson in there. That's a good combination. So we're getting like 25% non-quarterback and super flex, which okay, fine. So let's run it again and see what we get when we're boosting Levitt and Rising. I'm sure that super flex non-quarterback percentage will go down. It's about the same. Ricky White, they're giving a 22. That's fine. I could see that. He's been awesome with Haj Malik, so that makes sense. I don't know. I'm liking these. Running back is interesting. Flex, you need all. I'm glad it's mostly giving the receivers because it's a receiver in flex day. I wouldn't force it because other guys can get there. Scadaboo, I'm not in love with as most slates just because Utah is very good against the run. Bernard, I'm not there where I think he's a 45% play, so right for Hemby. Hemby is fine. I don't know about 50%. Same thing. Faison, somebody who's going to be popular across both sites. But I do want, I want wide receivers in the flex here. And okay, so we got more Levitt and Rising, which is good. I don't know. I'm debating if I want 60% Edwards. I might cap every quarter. This is what I'll do sometimes too. Like Haj Malik, I'm fine at 70%, but if you take down Edwards to 50%, then you'll get some of the other guys too. It's good. Brant, I'm going to boost up. Keithy's a veteran, and he's been around so long with Rising that they have the connection. Tyson's a good wide receiver. I like him a little more than this. So let's kind of see what we get again. One more run, and then I'll probably like White. I'm fine at 70%. The other guys I want like 50% or lower. Yeah, these are good. I mean, running back isn't crazy, but Hemby's pretty affordable. Not an amazing running back slate by any means. How much is our guy Cam Porter? He should be back. This is I want some exposure, but not. Let's see if he can get in the box a couple times. So, I'll do this to force in some guys that I like. And then since we did our 6-point minimum, it's easy to sift through everything and see what we like. Money Parks is a little interesting. I wonder if boosting Keithy and Parks would I get more Cam Rising, and I think a little, maybe it went from 10 to 15, which is fine. But I got a lot more Keithy, which I like, even if you don't have a ton of Rising. Um, Keithy he's kind of like a Kelsey of college football, where he can get some of those little pitches from the 2 yard line and run it in. So he's awesome to watch if you haven't watched a ton of Utah football. And so this lineup is in. I'm not sure what to do here. I feel like if I want to, this may be something I manually edit, that I want Edwards also, which will require dropping down because Edwards is 8K. So if you put Edwards here, you need to drop somebody else. So it's interesting. They did a nice job with salaries today on DraftKings, where nobody's egregiously priced. So okay, Haj Malik should be more than Edwards, but Edwards is a good player himself. And I'm excited to. The Hemby is interesting because I think more people are going to focus on Edwards in the passing game. So I'm pretty happy here. And then we'll move over to FanDuel. I did this earlier in the day, so I can kind of show you what I did here. Um, Edwards is much cheaper than Haj Malik, so it makes sense on FanDuel that he's the most exposured QB here. The stacks are pretty good. I'm making a video.
Making a video?
Yeah. See this little box? This is where I'm talking through.
Oh.
So yeah, I'm pretty happy with the exposures. You're gonna get a lot of the cheap running backs here. I like Thomas a lot on FanDuel, and then a good receiver mix. White, I didn't comment on the DraftKings side, but he's somebody I like on both sides. So he's one of the better value plays. And then I can show you my prize pick slip too. For Flex Friday. This one's interesting if you want to mix baseball and college football. I like these two over 2 touchdowns, and I played under Yamamoto in a few markets because just with the must-win game, and I mean San Diego's good too, so it's hard. It's gonna be hard for him to get into the 20s fantasy score wise. Some of the ones I played are Thomas. I see like is getting 50 yards. Um, Singer, I see more in like the 65-yard territory, which is probably a decent projection for fifth. I'd see Keithy getting into the 50s. Lausch, I believe, was closer to 250 yesterday. I think I just like this number for him. Henning's like pass catcher and a very concentrated offense, veteran wide receiver one. So I like the 5 receptions play. And then the tight end for Arizona State, they don't rotate a lot, but I like him too. Sorry, I just realized I wasn't sharing, but here's my slip for today for
Let me check here.
for Prizepicks. And then earlier I was talking about Yamamoto. That's this slip. All right. Happy Friday. Make sure to spend some time with your family and the people you care about. Have a great day.